Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Stellaris. This is a techno-chipped empire, where the points don't matter and the empire sprawl is made up. This is the first episode after the last big batch I recorded, where we had a big discussion about empire sprawl. It's not that I don't notice it, is that I literally don't give a crap about it. Admittedly, I will say this, these two research labs on Petra Prime should have definitely been bureaucratic centers, but we got bureaucratic centers coming online now. We've got tons of buildings going up. We're going to skyrocket in terms of admin capacity, because I was never going to stop expanding, right? That's the thing. This was going to go up like crazy, because I was never going to stop expanding, because that would be stupid. Right? You don't avoid empire sprawl. I could have gotten a couple of admin centers earlier on my capital, but that wouldn't have actually made a huge numeric difference over here. So it's a slightly tiny optimization if I'd gotten admin things instead of research labs over here. And now we've got to have tons of it. It's the same thing that's gone on every Stellaris game ever. Lots of rapid expansion, just like Civ. Lots of rapid expansion, and then we go and build up and get our efficiencies going on. We're still kicking ass all over the place, so I don't think anything's going too badly. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this sector view. Now, I had just finished booping these guys. I don't remember what the next plan was. It has been a couple of days. I know I want to go and take care of the Psionic Entity. I just don't know how much strength we need for that. Well, we did lose a couple of our military over here, but that's fine. We can rebuild those. The Rack Click, I don't remember what their deal is vis-a-vis me. They're currently suspicious. Equivalent tech, inferior economy. And so probably their fleet is probably equivalent, if not slightly weaker, on the basis of their weaker economy. Oh, that was the other thing that I want to do a discussion of on Twitter. This is the first time, actually, well, I mean, probably at some point last episode or something like that, where haven't been at or even, in fact, above our naval capacity. Our naval capacity's gone up considerably, and we are nowhere near there. The other thing is I have mostly been ignoring Federation ships. And the reason is, in the past, Federation ships, they're just so annoying. And that's mostly what it came down to. It was an area that you could get some extra optimization because you are getting some ships that need less maintenance, and you can tap into the tech from everyone in the Federation. But mostly I found it kind of annoying and frustrating. Being the president does give us... We do get extra naval capacity because we are the president, right? Because whoever has it gets the Federation fleet, something like that. And of course we've got the Galactic force projection that I think we picked up like late in the last video. Again, it's been a few days since I recorded, so I'm not entirely sure about the timing, but something like that. Anyway, we've got repairs going on. I don't know if you were queuing up a repair, but let's go ahead and do that. And actually, you're upgrading, but yeah, we'll make sure you're getting the repairs happening. And we'll be ready for whatever comes next. We do have not very much influence, so again, expanding our borders there is going to be a bit of a thing. Otherwise, resources are okay. I do want to start building ships. Now, what I did notice in our... Right, we have to go to the Federation view, because this is what I was looking at, and I noticed the Federation actually does have access to battleships, which is kind of nice. Proton launchers are kind of fun, because they do pretty good damage. And you can pair them with railguns and things like that. So we could consider starting to build this. I don't think, other than the fact that they have access to battleships and proton launchers, I don't think there's anything else that's really exceeding here with the Federation. So it might be worth just generating some Federation battleships. Now, we could leave it on auto design, because theoretically it'll adjust to other people's techs pretty quickly. I might want to do mine. One of the things we have to decide is when we are switching away from the disruptor style tech, right? Because you don't want to use disruptors and conventional weapons. I mean, this ship design is really, really goofy. So the disruptors ignore shield and armor, but none of the other weapons do. So, I mean, I guess the disruptors still get you a head start on the hull, but it seems really weird. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I suspect it's actually not optimal in here. With your big ships, I do tend to like to focus on very long range, so they're just sitting back and hitting things from a distance while we have a screening element. The only thing here is large weapons are really optimized against larger ships, so if you're not facing a lot of larger ships, these may not be all that useful, just because larger weapons do have quite poor tracking. Well, they do have level 5 lasers, and that might be a thing to switch over, so it's tough to make that decision. The one thing is these large slots don't actually have support for our disruptors. And so no matter what, we kind of, it's like with disruptors over here, there's no large size disruptor. So no matter what, this ship ends up being a little bit mixed, but we could go with some hangar type tech, you know, medium weapons and some hangar stuff, because we do have basic strike craft, but it's only the basic. So I guess what it comes down to is I'm not really sure what I want to do with the battleships. What I could consider doing is start building, even with the artillery core, all the large stuff, and just give them the large laser broadsides, or even the proton launchers. Start queuing this up, and then transfer my own fleet over to this kind of vibe. The other thing I could do is just not worry about the battleship, go down to the cruiser size, and go ahead and build a cruiser packed with medium weapon slots and the disruptors, so that it's 100% compatible with our current army kind of configuration. The other thing I might want to do is revisit my corvettes or my destroyers to add some point defense to them, which we don't really have. Alternatively, what I could do... See, a point defense and hangar slot. What about the other slots over here? Does one of these have a point defense slot? And no. So literally, the only point defense we can get on the cruiser is the hangar core, which I don't think is the way we want to go. So yeah, I don't know. What we need level 4 shields, because we have so much power, it's feeling kind of inefficient like this, you know? I mean, I guess I could save money by going to a lower ranked generator. There you go, this one over here. And then here, well, we've got so many shields, we could throw on some shield capacitors, use a little extra energy, and some minerals over here. And then throw in 1 regenerative hull tissue, just so it's got a little bit of out-of-combat type regeneration. Right, I have to untoggle that, there we go. And call this the Fed Cruiser. Just for clarity. I know it's not a very exciting name, but for clarity, it's going to help us a lot. And maybe I could just pump a bunch of these out. These, the maintenance is... How does the Federation fleet... Hold on. Stellaris Federation fleet. I know what happens is So one of the things is that everyone contributes a little bit of their naval capacity. And then it goes to the president. They don't have a command limit, which is a cool thing. So we don't have the /100 limit. We can make them as big as we want. I couldn't remember if there's something... Federation fleets cost no maintenance. And that is very cool. So if we're willing to put up with a little bit of this, we'll do that. One of the things is, in our Federation, what's our laws for who can build these ships? So anyone can build them. I don't know if this means anyone can design them. Because what... Oh, I can't remove the last design. Okay. So... And I still don't know if it means that everyone can do it, but I guess we'll go... we'll call it Fed... what is this? Corvette. And maybe I'll just set up a design for each of them that I'm okay with, which is going to be this. I mean, basically, all I want to do is copy our core design, right? Fed Corvette like that. Delete the old one. Just in case anyone starts building. Clearly no one has, because they should show up over here, because we are the president. So I don't think any of the AIs have done it. And I don't know if this is like the winning design at this point. We actually might want to make... Maybe just the 1-point defense is fine. But starting to put a little bit of that in there might not be bad. They will use the point defense weapons against ships if there's nothing else, which is a little bit wasted, because obviously it's not going to ignore the armor or the shields. But it's not bad. Still want a little bit of a mix of defenses, and you... See, that's only about a 2% improvement in evasion by adding afterburners on here, so I don't think that's what we're going to do. Maybe I'll add a shield capacitor, since you do have so much shield in here. I think I'm still going to put a couple of armor slots in, though. So this is going to be the Fed Destroyer. Just to be super boring with the names, but it's going to get really confusing if there's multiple types of my ships and the Federation ships. And just, I will, I guess, token rename this for now. Battleship. I don't think I'll bother doing a redesign for it. Not at this time. Okay, so we got that, but then we still have to decide, are we building this fleet? And I think the answer is yes, and I think the answer is we are probably going to go after these guys. Establish hegemony is now available. Wars waged. Force the enemy to become a member of the hegemony. The thing is, like... Do we have a lock on our own thing? Now, there's no law to permanently lock us in here. It's just always the strongest, and whenever it changes by 25%, there's a term. Although, we could do challenge, so they'd actually have to start the war for it. could change the fleet contribution, but I don't like the idea of hurting that anymore. I might want this, but, you know, part of the advantage is having other people build the ships. Okay, maybe we can get them to +1 over here. I guess we're going to wait. I am wondering on a tiebreaker vote. Stellaris, Federation, tie, vote. It won't get passed. You need a majority. Okay, so we need to convince them that they might want the diplomatic here instead of equal, because that should be good for us, because we're trying to very hard to keep our diplomatic weight above. Anyway, with all that, I think we can go ahead and unpause. We got some timed debris, which is hopefully being researched. I suspect we've got someone coming over here. I think this one is. Yep, that's good. We do have the low stability on this planet over here. It is very low. We're just clearing a volcano right now. Wow, you have a lot of industrial districts. This is one of the planets we took over, of course. The Rakudans, I wonder, are they... They are indentured servitude, so they will be able to work the specialist jobs. And they are, because they're mostly working the metallurgists. They can't work police, but what we could do... Do I want to... I really don't need the alloy foundry. Although, rather than replace these right now, what I will do is we're going to get some amenity generation. I will get a temple. Because that'll be some amenities. I think I will also throw in the hollow theaters, which might get replaced later on. And we are going to go ahead and get a stronghold in case there is a rebellion. In fact, I might want to get the stronghold up to the top. A lot of these are temporary buildings. The other thing we're going to have a discussion on is whether or not, and I don't know the answer to this, is whether or not gene clinics are worthwhile. With the 3.0 change, I guess I never had one in the capital, the growth of your population is a little bit different, because the way it works is it's slower. You get lower population overall, but when I read the dev diaries, it's supposed to start slow, accelerate, and then slow down again as it gets full. So my idea was to go ahead and do the gene clinics. Well, planet capacity is 57 over here, so it's going to be slowing down dramatically, so we wouldn't have one here. But while we're quite far away from the capacity, and do it other than doing the mouse back and forth, well, I guess I can see the number. I have to mouse over here for the capacity. It would be nice if there was a single place to get a hint as to how things are. If I take a look at population growth, well, we've got negative growth over here. So that might be a good sign that it's a little much. But do we even have a... We don't have a gene clinic on this planet, which is one of the places with a million admin things. So I will... we're gonna just unpause and keep going for now. But I think the plan, maybe in the next... Between the next video or something, I'm going to go through and start... As they get... Maybe after they get past the 25 or 50% mark.
Our vessels have been...
I mean, this is just rude. All these claims. The 25 or 50% population mark, maybe we'll go ahead and pull out the gene clinics at that point, because maybe the growth is so slow. But I really want to get, or because we'll be in the sweet spot for fast growth anyway, and then we can use the slot for something else, because it's not a very productive slot otherwise. But yeah, there's a little bit of interesting back and forth as to the goodosity of that. Oh! It's like, but we finished the tech. But no, it's from debris analyzing. We finished some tech. Excellent. And you are fully repaired and fully upgraded over here. I mean, we're not attacking to our south because they're in our Federation. These guys are actually associate members already of our Federation. Interesting. My plan was always to play fairly diplomatically. I wasn't expecting it to go quite this well. So really the only thing is... Where are these guys? Fire tribes. The only thing is, really, are these guys over here. Plus or minus the fire tribe along the way. So, I mean, we have to go through this system regardless to get over here. Let me move here first. I can't remember. Did they have a thing? No notable alliances. I think we can just demand vassalization. They'll say no, and then we... Or, you know what? I could probably just claim them. They literally only have the one colony. The problem is the claim... Well, okay. The claim needs influence now if I vassalize them and then integrate them later. Or what if I just never... What if I never integrate them? Because that'll satisfy one of our factions because we'll have a vassal. It also might lead to interesting voting patterns. Maybe we'll just vassalize them. I don't know. Okay, we can, and I think you are on your way here. Excavate this site. Thank you very much. And then we're going to keep grabbing some territory down here. They're not as highly valuable, because they're going to contribute to sprawl without giving us science. Although Psychene's going to be pretty good. And there's a little bit of science over here. That's one of the reasons I'm not stressed about sprawl, because we're sprawling to get more science. So the fact that it increases our science cost doesn't matter really, because we're coming out ahead. This system's really not terribly important to us right now, but I mean, we just got to start cleaning up this mess at a certain point, because it looks bad. It's probably better to leave it undone since there's no trade going through here or anything, but it's just from a player point of view, it's starting to look kind of annoying to have these little pockets. Resolution has failed. That's fine. I think that was one, whatever it was. Former Galactic Council. Okay, we might have voted that down. I don't remember. Okay, there's nothing else going on, which is groovy. And okay, I can't pull an envoy out of here. Okay, we have completed the... Oh, that's what I was going to do at the start of the video. I meant to leave myself a little note. I wanted to get ships in position to open the gate right away, because I think we need construction ships for that. Do we not? Okay, hold on. We can knowledge of the L-gates, technology behind them, to abort their maintenance cycle, the attempt successful L-gate in the cluster, which is this one we're looking at. Yes. Okay, it's special project, but is it a special project that shows up? There it is. So it's a science ship special project. We've got a science ship over here, not too far away. We are going to do that. God damn, I hope this doesn't destroy us. I really hope this doesn't destroy us. Better point defense. There's the gamma lasers, which we already have access to from the Federation. Better sensors is just always so good. It's just, like, flat out just improves our ships. You know, improves our tracking, which is really good, and we get all the sensor range stuff, which is handy. Research complexes. It actually, very soon it is going to be time to start upgrading these, and it's so cheap. I'm going to do this just in case it cycles to a rare tech. It's so cheap to do that one. Why is your trade broken? You're supposed to be sending trade over here. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, let's just set you there over there. Plan is still to just do a really quick war against Asteria. You're not, like, guaranteed by anyone, are you? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna say, well, because I knew they weren't allied, but...
Construction venture completed.
Alright.
There's a light over the newly established colony.
Do this, do this. New colony founded. Nice. Oh, we have a big frontier sector. Really? It's probably from winning a war? Yeah, we probably never got around to that. Let's hire an intellectual. I don't know if this is the place to put them, but we'll move them around later. You are still colonizing. I guess all these are colonizing. Oh, no, you're not. Boom. Governor. Recruit. Slave pop output. I mean, there's a lot of that. Although if you're going to be running a habitat, it might be less important. We are getting a lot of these leaders. And then... Where? Righteous, sure. Actually, I could move the righteous one to a place that's got criminal problems. Because, like, here, for example. Oh! Well, there you go! Guys, we did it. We successfully moved the governor to the right place. You have unemployment, but you're building things... Okay.
Construction venture completed.
I'm going to vote no. I'm not sure why that pop-up's coming up twice, but okay. Science ship over here is done. I think that's all for the debris. We do have a science ship on the way over to the Hure black hole. Transport... Oh, you have to be in position over here. Not bad. Everyone's moving, and then we got our idle construction ships over here. I don't know if I should be saving my influence for something else. I mean, it's not enough to grab another system right now anyway. More auto-cannon progress. That'll be really nice. Yeah, I think we might just keep...
Establishing a colony.
Extranational is you want a subject nation. Strong and Nolan you won't be happy about. Homogeneity. 25% of the population be spiritualists. to please these guys. We actually have a fair amount of spiritualist pool already going on. We could throw in the... It's not fear, that's xenophobe. Do we have one that increases... I guess Veneration of Saints increases spiritualist attraction, which might be valid, although it will cost us this. Our campaign costs are higher because of our overextension, but who cares about that? And these things I don't tend to run for a long time. They tend to be dumps later on in the game, which maybe I should be more active with those, but I'm not usually because they're expensive because of my Empire Sprawl, like, you know, rapid expansion and then build up the bureaucracy afterwards. And it is possible that I should put the focus on it. House of Apotheosis is an upgrade. Ah, okay, this is the upgrade to our Chamber of Elevation. This makes it so instead of having 3 necrophytes, which every 10 years get upgraded into the chip, it's 6 necrophytes, so we're going to be doubling as much. We may not rush this just because it does provide a mood, an opinion debuff with other people, although we seem to be managing it just fine. Habitability modification is in place. That is specifically the reason we're excited about that. Very, 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 very much. Over here... Let me actually get the Off-World Trading Company, because I'm going to want to add that to some starbases. It's very valuable. So, in theory, unless I'm wrong, and I'm never wrong, we can now change our planetary preference, which means now, when we create chipped on a planet, it will copy their planetary preference. So, we can now go and put our chambers of elevation on every planet, and we're going to get chipped with the right terrain preference, which is going to be really nice. It's already going to help because we have the tundra versus alpine things. We've been colonizing both, but on one of them we have 70% habitability. But now from now on, those chips will have the base 80%, which is going to be added to other things. So I think we're sitting at something like 93 or something on those guys. We don't need that. The Research Institute, I mean, I don't think we upgrade that. We don't really need the 0 point. Do we just want to finish some of these? Maybe we should just finish the plasma throwers. Let me get the shield capacitors. It's cheap and that's fine. Oh, we do have 2 planets there whining about this. Ooh, you're 100% crime. Really? And there's a place we're going to be making into a tech world. I mean, well, I guess we already did make it into the tech world. I might have been into tech worlds too quick and I should have put in more anti-sprawl stuff. We'll see. You have a lot of population. Maybe I should purge these guys. Oh, I hate... Damn it, when you click on that, it doesn't go back to the previous window. No, I mean to hit decisions. Thank you. I mean, martial law is expensive. Soldier jobs generate unity. Okay, which we don't currently have. Let me replace the cultural zone. Actually, we have a building slot. I'll get the Stronghold. Lower slave political power. I wonder how important this might be. I'll build the Stronghold, and I will run martial law here for now. We're gonna have to go and do a pass through all our planets later to find the places with martial law and remove them, because I'm sure we've got a few that are still like that. This might be a planet we just lose and then have to take back, but we'll deal with that when we get there. What am I gonna do? Not conquer the planets? I mean, come on. Well, I'll move you into this system. Well, maybe I'll move you to the adjacent system and be ready to jump in. But that reminds me, our star bases. This is why I'm like, why am I not Captain Out? Right, because I'm spending $1 million on all these star bases, which are still busy building in preparation for opening the L gate. Oh, lag. Did we just open the L gate? Did we just open it? Game?
A special...
There we go! Yeah, okay. I think we got a pop-up because of each one of these systems. So, we got an Eldrake in every single L-gate system. Some of these are neutral right now. So we pried it open. Old wounds. Oh, should we only get... No, it's Eldrakes. Emerged. Frenzied reports. Similar scenes. The specimen at these places. So I think it's really good that we grabbed all 3 of these territory, because I think all of these are currently neutral. They are moving somewhere else, which is interesting, because the Eldrake from Abaddon Domain wants to go to the Here Black Hole, but the others are sort of semi-random places. And I have no idea how tough these things are. Immature dragon, I guess they'll grow up a little bit. We'll see. Oh, dig site. Keep digging. Minor artifacts is good. Boom, boom, boom. Plan is still to do this. Absolutely. I'm just going to finish this up, and then... Well, what I should do... Is there any reason I'm not maxing out my fleets right now? I don't think so. I turn down these corvettes. Get some cruisers. A little bit more over there. I'm going to hit a reinforce all. Culture ministry you can build. Cultural job workers. Yeah, okay. So it's going to cost me 2,000 energy to give me an extra building option or whatever. That seems okay. Yeah, these dragons are all going to move around. The science ships, theoretically, you can go through the L gate. Yeah. So, you, both are going to come through here. There we go.
Inbound communicate.
Sure, you can establish an embassy, that's fine. One of our idle construction ships, perhaps this one, is going to come over here. Actually, maybe I'll move 2 in here, because if there's going to be anywhere we want to make sure to exploit as quickly as possible, it's this. We want to make sure we get control of the terminal egress system. I don't know if everyone can just suddenly use the L gates or not. I'm going to park you here. I'm not going to claim the system. First of all, I don't have quite the influence, but I need to make sure to save the influence for the other system. Alright, you're just chilling over here. Transports are nearly there. Do I want more transports? Or more ships. I think I will recruit some more. We'll go back up to 10. That seems to be a pretty functional number over here. And we're going to demand vassalization and then start the war. And then keep you around that way. So they'll say no. Then we'll do the war declaration, which will require a vote. There we go. Giving us a new CB. Ooh, I can activate the surveyor again, which I will do. Thank you. And so now, oops, we go here, we declare war. So, I mean, the hegemony is interesting. We're going to have to see, but I'm just going to subjugate you. And I guess, actually, my military ships and this transport, you're just going to park yourself right by the jump point. Minimize some travel time. There you go. War has begun. Everyone come into this system and go kick some ass. Transports, you're moving to over here. Dig hole. More minor artifacts. Okay. Reinforcements in transit is all good and fine. Science ship has arrived over here. You're going to do a survey.
A hostile station has been engaged.
Okay. Are we actually being attacked now? Well, they're still marked yellow for a second. We've entered a system with an Eldrake. Seems lost, but has noticed a vessel's presence. While it does not approach its circuitous route, now incorporates an almost playful plunge and sweep. Seeming directed to the Seeker. Perhaps we can communicate with it. Yeah, let's try to tame these guys. Have a research ship in orbit, which now we've got. Go here, do that. We might be able to run into some more, we'll see. Okay, we're gonna try to tame that one as well. You. Are you just sitting here? Oh yeah, you were going through, but I guess, hang on. Try to research that right away. Now I'll get you to come through here and try to assist surveying. And wake up a few more. Where's the Capella system? Over here, so I think if I were to grab a science ship and send you over here, we might get the option to try to tame you as well. Actually, have I ever had this event? I mean, this isn't Bubbles. Which is something else. I don't know. How many ground troops do you have? Okay. I mean, not an overwhelming amount, but you do have some. I mean, our 7 transports should be able to do this just fine. Go ahead and land.
A study has been completed.
We have off-world trading companies. We knew that was going to be a quick little research. There we go. Xeno relations, more diplomatic weight. Although I like artificial morale codes, or moral codes, but the diplomatic weight is important for us to keep maintaining. And once again, we're capped on stuff. What's the price on alloys? Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a little bit more. Whenever it's on the cheaper side, we'll go ahead and buy some more. And... Oh, you're already there. Hold on. Did I land? Okay, that's... Didn't realize the timing there, but...
World has failed.
Yeah, invasion failed because I didn't realize that the Singleton ship was so close to its destination. Corps of Engineer for Starbase cost is nice. Citadel, Battleship... Ooh, I think we have to unlock the Battleship tech for ourselves, which is going to be quite nice. Let's merge you two together and then tell you to land. And I think we finished the dig site. Ancient Weapon Lab, yes. Plasma Accelerator option and 30% tech towards it is very nice. This science ship will probably tell you to come through here as well and help with the surveying. And yeah, other people are definitely surveying through here. We're going to try to claim this immediately.
A special project.
We have tamed an Eldrake. So I'm assuming it's just a random chance whether or not this succeeds. Can we add the Eldrake to a fleet? Or is it like Bubbles? It's still immature. Okay, let's we're gonna bring the let's bring them to our capital for now. Which is down here. Or no, I don't know. That still seems like a decent idea.
A special project is complete.
All right. Is it just a race to see how many you can tame?
An enemy planet has been secured.
Yay, planet secured. How come we're not at like 100% here? Oh, there we go. Achieve war goals. You're going to become a vassal. Congratulations. We've saved you from yourself. So, we'll improve relations. So we're improving over there. Okay, we're doing 2 to these guys. Let's go ahead and do this. There's Jazdan or over here. Were we going to try to improve relations with these guys? Maybe. Okay, I think the idea here... Oh shit, you're at war and getting your ass kicked. Well, see, you should have, I don't know, joined us sooner. I can kick you from the Federation, because I have all the votes, but then I just wouldn't have a Federation anymore. Let me do this. Because we're still sort of hoping to be able to flip to diplomatic weight over here, which they're not into. And the Fire Tribes aren't either. And that might not be good, because maybe there's going to be some... I won't have enough voting power to do my stuff here. I really want to play this, like, weirdly diplomatic game, but I don't know. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here, which seems pretty good. It looks like the L space... I don't know what the deal is with these various dragons, and we do have a ship coming over here to deal with you. But we've got some planets we can colonize as well. You are... Come on, select, please. Thank you. And yeah, that's just the Tiankees. And oh, we need to go and take care of these prisms at some point. And we do have some green planets to colonize. Actually, we might have just gotten more species in our empire. Yeah, because we can do arid worlds now. Ah, because we have desert shipped. What we don't have is desert unshipped, but presumably we have another desert race out there somewhere. We have desert, it's only 70%, which is fine. And I've been doing the 70% Alpine Worlds or whatever. What are we? We're Tundra, and I think we're Tundra. And the other ones are Alpine. Yeah, we're Tundra. So we're doing Alpine Worlds because it's 70%, but That's mostly because we have our unshipped that we can bring in there as well for like 90%. That wouldn't apply to the arid worlds. So we might still wait a little bit. I don't remember, do we have migration treaties? I don't know if we have any useful migration treaties is the problem. Yeah, they're not into it. And we don't have positive relations with these guys. We could genetically alter a handful of dudes. Okay, I'm gonna have to put a cut in here, but we do have some desert preference. There's these guys here, desert preference. I could also just genetically alter a couple of unshipped. How would that work? I mean, I can create a template for no cost. So, arid. We know we've got some arid planets to do. What I guess, okay, I guess what I can do is I can take over the planet. Here we go. I can take over the planet with whoever, right? Let's send an arid shipped. Then I can move an unshipped over there. They'll be super unhappy, but then I'll genetically modify them to be desert, because I could just target that one world. So 1 or 2 unshipped, we'll flip them over to desert preference, and then that'll be fine. Okay, that's probably the plan, but that'll have to wait until next time. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys then. Bye-bye.